Hi everyone, welcome back to this PMP question practice. We're going to go through 5 questions, a great way to start your morning, especially if you're preparing for the exam, the CAPM or the PMP exam. I'm going to be going through them for the first time as well, and we're going to be looking through and figuring them out together. It's going to be a whole bunch of fun. Let's jump into the first question. Okay, so we've got present value. I love these ones. Okay, so we've got future value, net present value, all of these ones for benefits that you'll see come across potentially in your PMP exam. It's the present day value of an amount that is received at a future date. The present value is $12,000 and that's received 4 years from now, and it's got an interest rate of 5%. So present value, $12,000 to be received 4 years. So we've got $12,000 in the future. What is it today, in other words? And so what we're doing is we're taking off 5% over 4 times by 4 years. So taking off 5%, taking off 5%, taking off 5%, and taking off 5%. So I'm just going to try and do this in a simple way because I haven't got a calculator here. So I'm going to go 20% roughly of 12,000. 10% is 1,200. So another 10% might be 2,400 in total is 2,400. So 12,000 minus 2,400 roughly is what, 9,600 roughly. Okay, so that's a very dodgy calculation, but it gives us a rough idea of where to look. So it's not going to be this one. It's not going to be $1,000, no. It's probably not going to be $11,000 because that's $2,000 off. Closest answer is A, where we've got 9,872, and that gives us our answer A. Fantastic. And it actually gives us our present value calculation here, which is really good. So future value, which is our $12,000, divided by 1.05, which is our interest rate, to the power of time, which is 4 years from now. So that's fantastic. How did you go? That's question 1. Let's delve into question 2. So we've got, while choosing a project for an organization, so we've got, okay, more potentially choosing projects, initiating projects, where project X has an internal rate of return of 8%. These are easy ones because you just choose the highest for these particular benefits. Project Y has an internal rate of return of 7. Z, internal rate of return of 9. W, internal rate of return of 11%. That's the highest one so far, so we'll go with project W. Let's have a look. And answer A, fantastic. Project with the highest internal rate of return is the best choice. That's the one that you always want to look for on your PMP or CAPM exam. Let's look into question 3. We've got, you are a project manager and meeting the stakeholders along with your team. What's the first meeting of stakeholders and team members which provides an opportunity to clarify roles and ask questions? What is that called? It's a meeting. I mean, yeah, kind of. Kickoff meeting, yes, probably. Launch, kick on, no. Probably going to be a kickoff meeting. Let's go with answer B. Fantastic. We're doing great. This is a nice one. This one, nice set of questions. Hopefully you get questions this easy on your exam. Kickoff meeting with the stakeholders provides all that information on roles, planning, scheduling for the project, and that sort of thing. Let's look at question 4. You're working in the procurement department. Okay. Procurement, so we're getting third parties and then contracts and that sort of thing. One vendor is trying to give you an expensive gift. Wonderful. I love expensive gifts, but here we have to look at the ethics behind all of that. So with the understanding that would help them get the contract. Okay, probably not great. What would you do if there are no rules regarding gifts in your company? Okay, so that's actually really important because usually you follow the rules around what your company says. So ask the vendor for an additional gift for your boss. Probably not, although that would be nice. Don't accept the gift. I mean, kind of to avoid the conflict of interest. Accept the gift and help them. It's a nice gesture. Probably not. I don't know about this one. This one is a maybe. And seek advice from your boss. I mean, yes, potentially as well. But I think, look, ultimately what we want to do as a project manager is act with no conflict of interest. So if we do something that's going to put the project in jeopardy in the future, then we don't want to do that. We want to be avoiding conflicts of interest because trust me, it's going to come back and bite you in the bottom. So let's go just straight up with not accepting the gift. Let's go with letter B. Okay, great. So it's your responsibility when managing procurements to avoid that conflict of interest. Is exactly what we're talking about there, because basically, you know, it could ruin the contracts that you're working with or many other things. It will come back in the future and it will do damage, and that's just exactly what you do not want. There's enough problems when you're managing a project already, trust me on that one. So let's look at the last question. We're doing great. I hope you've done well over these last couple of questions. You've been working as a project manager for some time and you've found different types of resistance to the change brought about by your various projects. Of course, things get resisted all the time. Change is hard for people. What's the main source of resistance for any change in an organization? Is it the project? The project causes the change. The process? No, definitely not. Technology is sort of the source of the change as well. I mean, I don't know where this is going. People, what's the main source of resistance? People are really the thing that resists, and that's what we said, isn't it? So people are the thing, they resist the change just because it's natural to resist change as a person. It's scary and it's new, and we just usually are not ready for it, don't want to go there. You have to work to manage that into the organization. Let's go with letter B. D, sorry, I did say D and I wrote it down. You saw me do it. People demonstrate the strongest resistance to change in an organization. I hope you've enjoyed these 5 questions for your morning, for your CAPM or your PMP exam. I completely believe in you and I know you will do great. Keep practicing, keep studying, keep working hard, and I know you'll pass your CAPM or PMP exam. You can do it. I believe in you. Bye for now.